Welcome everyone to the InFocus instructional project here. If you're watching this, you probably are students in high school or middle school and getting all these informations together. Right. So we are here to help you out because the time we're not going to do any lectures in class, so instead we're going to do it outside of class. You're going to get to watch it and then get to learn as much as possible. More information, if you have any questions, feel free to check us up on the link below or onto the site, depending where you are at. And you're more than welcome to contact your instructor afterwards. And so let's begin with today's topic, shall we?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. In case if I'm not here, my name is Ku, and then this is...
My name is Kang.
And we are bunches of crazy filmmakers, artists, and also anything else that's in between as well.
Yeah, musicians,
wizards,
whatever have you. Yeah.
And it is our great pleasure to be your instructors as well. So let's begin this. So for today's topic, we're going to discuss about camera and the instructions on what type of shots you're going to need to produce, what type of angles, movement, and also general theory that will help you to get to those techniques and implement it to your film projects that's going to happen throughout the school year.
Right. And also remember that this is just general theory. You know, this isn't the law when it comes to filmmaking. These are just the basic, very general guidelines to help you make your productions a little stronger, a little bit more professional, let's say, and you want to use these so that you can help communicate with the audience a little better. That's all it is.
And so we encourage you to take notes if you have to. There will be a quiz depending on the instructor, and he or she will send you that quiz to you very soon as well. So let's begin. Let's talk about the cameras. Kang, as a film director, tell us about the types of shots, and I think let's go to the type of shots, and then let's have you explain to us what those are.
Sure. In filmmaking, there are 3 basic shots. You have the wide shot, the medium shot, and the close-up. Now, there are, of course, different variations in between, like the extreme wide shot, the extreme close-up. You have, and then you can shoot them from different angles. But let's start off with the wide shot, okay? Now, the wide shot, you generally see it from the top of the head to the feet. Now, you can see more of the back space in the background. But the wide shot here is generally used to introduce the audience to where your character is in its setting. So you see that you'll see that your character or your characters, if you put them in the woods or the jungle or whatever, you can use a wide shot to let your audience know that your characters are in the jungle or in the woods. And it also lets the audience know where they are placed. Are there any trees nearby? Is there a mountain in the background? Maybe even what time of day it is. So this shot gives your audience a lot of information right from the beginning.
And one of the important terms that's also kind of combined with the wide shot is the establishing shot.
Yes.
What's the difference between a wide shot and an establishing shot?
A wide shot you can generally use whenever you want to tell the audience where your characters are in a scene. An establishing shot that's exactly what it means. It's to establish, right? An establishing shot doesn't always have to be a wide shot. Establishing shot is the shot usually in the beginning of a scene that tells the audience where the scene takes place. It doesn't always have to have a character in it as well. The establishing shot, what if the establishing shot is a close-up, an extreme close-up of an eyeball, right? Then it might say that the scene takes place in the character's mind, or the establishing shot could be a wide shot of a house, which will then tell the audience that, okay, this scene takes place in the house.
Then we're not going to go to medium shot yet. Let's go to close-up. Tell us about that close-up. What's the general idea of shooting close-up?
Well, the close-up, when is it that someone gets this close to your face? Like if I'm talking to Ku and I'm like this, right? When
it's like really packed.
Right.
Really packed.
So for your natural vision, it's not very normal, right? And so It's usually when there's a very emotional scene, you get that close to them. Or if you really want to show anger, you do a close up of someone's face as they're raging. So they're like arguing, they're right in your face arguing. That's much more powerful than if you do a wide shot of them arguing with you. Think about when it is that when you're looking at someone, they're that close to you, or when they're far from you. All those things are things that you should definitely think about when you're composing a shot.
And then lastly, the infamous medium shot where we are all so comfortable using it. So I don't know if we want to explain more on the detail about that. But let's go ahead and explain the definition of a medium shot.
Yeah, a medium shot, like it's the most comfortable shot. It's the most overused shot.
Yeah.
And it's usually from the waist to the top of the head. It could be from the knees to the top of the head, depending on how wide or how close you want that medium shot to be. But it's a very general shot that people use for conversation quite a bit between two people. Like right now, me and Ku, we're in a medium shot, And so this is a very, standard conversation, because when you're sitting at a table talking to somebody and you see them, it's generally a medium shot with your eyes, And so people use it a lot for that purpose. Another way to use a medium shot, because it's so close on a person, on the character, however, it's not wide, it's not super wide either, you can use the medium shot to follow people as they move around in a space, where if the space isn't that significant, but you want to show people moving around, then the medium shot is a great shot to use for that as well.
So go ahead, keep those in mind. Keep those in mind of what shots you take. And before we move on, Kang, what's your personal preference that you want to encourage these students to focus on in terms of their shots?
Well, as far as these 3 shots, I want to make sure you are very conscious of when you use them and how you use these shots. You don't want to just throw any shot around just because it's more convenient for you. You want these shots to have purpose. You want these shots to have meaning. Don't get stuck into using one shot too many times. Like I said, the medium shot is the most comfortable shot to do. Don't get stuck shooting everything in medium shots. Be creative. How else can you tell the story? What perspective? Maybe it jumps to a shot of an outside character, who sees the argument or who sees the conversation. Who knows? Be creative with it and use these sort of shots to help you along with your storytelling.